Here's what happened this week in North Carolina politics. You know what I love about our state? Last week I was getting hit by snowballs, and this week I'm grilling hamburgers. We're starting this week with good news. Governor Josh Stein announced a massive new investment in upgrades and repairs for water systems this week. $265 million is going into 99 projects across 45 counties for clean water and wastewater upgrades. The money is coming from the Biden administration's bipartisan infrastructure plan, yes, it still exists, which put billions of dollars into long-term infrastructure upgrades exactly like this. Most of this money is going into removing PFAS chemicals from drinking water, removing toxic lead pipes, and upgrading wastewater systems, which everyone can benefit from. The total needs for water infrastructure are a lot bigger than this, though. The State Department of Environmental Quality got $1.6 billion in funding requests from communities all over the state, so there's still a lot more to do. Republicans in the state legislature are rushing as fast as they can to pass a bill that would legally block Attorney General Jeff Jackson from challenging acts of the Trump administration. So far, Attorney General Jeff Jackson has joined 4 federal lawsuits challenging specific actions of the Trump administration that affect North Carolina on the grounds that they exceed the president's legal authority. And so far, all 4 have been successful because the president is exceeding his legal authority. Now, this bill is going to pass the legislature, and Governor Josh Stein is going to veto it into the ground. And we'll all see a really practical example of the consequences of Democrats breaking the Republican supermajority in our state legislature. Because now Democrats can probably uphold Governor Stein's veto, which is bad for Donald Trump, but good for North Carolina. The Trump administration is firing thousands of National Park Service and Forest Service workers, including a bunch in North Carolina. 12 employees at the Great Smoky Mountain National Park have been fired so far, 6 at the Cape Hatteras National Seashore, and at least 1 on the Blue Ridge Parkway. 17 Forest Service employees across western North Carolina have been fired so far, all of whom were working on hurricane recovery efforts. They fired the only wildlife biologist working across the 500,000 acres of the Pisgah National Forest. I guess he didn't respond to Elon's email fast enough. Finally, a bipartisan bill to restrict cell phones in school classrooms is making its way through the legislature. Both Democratic and Republican lawmakers are looking at some different approaches, but they're all basically around restricting kids' access to cell phones in schools or classrooms during instructional time. I gotta tell you, I think this is a great idea. It's something a lot of people can get behind. It's good to see lawmakers working together on something. Just another reminder, don't let the news make you crazy. Get outside. It's beautiful out here. Have a great weekend.